wanted to do today is something a little bit different. This is a quiz. It's literally a long quiz I did, and it was called the Me Side. I am changing this quiz to the Then and Now quiz because I'm going to read you my answers from back then and then reiterate my answers now. They may have changed, they may be the same. This could be awkward, this could just be fun, this could be embarrassing. Nicknames I used to have were, and some of these I don't even remember. Bubbles, don't know. Carl, which I get that one is my initials. Crispy, I am still called Crispy by my siblings. Crisco, my grandpa called me Crisco and he still does. Sunshine, Sweet Pea, and Giggle Bunny. I don't know where these ones came from. I also know I was called Pumpkin and Pebbles because a friend of mine said I reminded her of Pebbles from the Flintstones. I would say the only nickname I would add to this is Callie, because that tends to be a name I tell people they can call me Callie. I don't even know why, I just like it. My age at the time was 19. I am no longer 19, okay? I don't want to say. My gender. And my answer then, and I guess my answer now, is, oh, if you don't know this by now, with a winky tongue out face. My birthday remains the same, 7/30. Zodiac, my answer was, ha, don't know, don't care. Well, I do know now what they consider to be my zodiac name, but I still don't care. It still means nothing. I still don't care. My location, I said somewhere in the US. I live in Oregon. Okay, same location, but I'm willing to say that now. Height has not changed, 5'6". Hair color, red-brown with natural gold highlights. Still true. Eye color, green or blue. It looks different with what I wear. This is true, but my eyes have changed since then to now they are positively green. And so just the depth of the green depends on what I'm wearing or how I do my makeup at the time. Siblings, I still have 4 brothers. My hobbies, back then I said singing, writing, both books and songs, cooking and reading. That all remains the same, but now I would add to that cross-stitching, diamond painting, and recording audiobooks. When and who was your first crush? My answer then was, I think I had a crush when I was about 6, but it isn't important. Ha ha ha. When I was 6, I did have a very young, innocent crush on my brother's best friend from school. So that was probably the first crush. I think I had 2 at the same time though. One was also a member of a Christian singing group. And like I said, it was totally an innocent crush. I didn't know what a crush was. I just happened to like the person. And I don't know. I don't think crushes really matter. But there you go. What do you first notice of the opposite gender? My answer then was their attitude, if they're friendly or stuck up. This still absolutely, the first thing I noticed about any guy is what is the attitude they're exuding. Are they a friendly person? Are they a person I want to just stay away from? The second thing though I would say I notice about the opposite gender is their smile. Absolutely their smile. Your idea of a perfect date. My answer then was, interesting question. July 30? LOL. I still don't know what my idea of a perfect date is. I think it would have something to do with a beach, or I don't know. I've never really thought of it. A perfect date. I'm so focused on other things in my life, I don't think about that. But that would probably be fun. Or I love snow, so how romantic are you? 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. I didn't know how to answer then. I would probably guess I'm around an 8, something like that. Biggest turn on. Back then, my answer was, in parentheses, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, shakes head in puzzlement. I still don't know how to answer this one, okay? Sweetest thing that happened to you. Back then, in the day, one of my best friends sent me a dozen roses for my 18th birthday. I called her and was kind of in shock, and she says, I just wanted to do something I know no one's ever done for you before. I just wanted it to be special. And that was super special. Like I said, no one had ever done that to me before. And that one's pretty big deal. That still comes to mind when I think of something that really sweet that happened to me, like out of the blue. That one still ranks up there pretty high. Best thing to put on your favorite ice cream. My answer then was more ice cream? Yeah, I think adding more ice cream to the top of my favorite ice cream is absolutely the best thing to do. The next question is, when was the last time you went out of state? At the time, I said June. I went to California with my family. I have not been out of state for, I think the last trip I went on, I went to Canada, and it was over a decade ago. I haven't left my state. I've gone to different areas in my state, but I've not left my state. And before that, I went to Kansas. Do you have your own computer? At the time, I said, there's one in my room, but it's not actually mine. I was borrowing a computer back in the day. But yes, I do. I have my own computer now. Do you have any pets? At the time, I said, yes, I do. I have an adorable kitty named Prince. I do not have any pets right now. Hopefully that status will change before too terribly long, but it will probably not change until I have my own home. So, I miss having a pet. I haven't had an animal for almost 4 years. It's crazy, I will still have times in the evening where 4 years later, I will still have times in the evenings where I literally go, oh, I forgot to feed the cats. And then I'll go, wait, no, I don't have cats to feed. So, it's interesting. It's still in my brain. What's better, gold or silver? I said, I like two-tone myself. I think gold is better. It has a higher value. After all, isn't gold God's choice metal? He decorates in it. I think I'll stick with that answer. I do like silver, though. I do like the shine of the silver, but I like the quality of the gold. Mall or movie? I said, I like the mall at times when I have a definite plan for being there. I don't really go to the movie. I do like the mall, but I have a hard time going to the mall, so I avoid malls for the most part anymore, unless, like, I can't find that store anywhere else but in the mall. Unfortunately, my mall, though, has shut down. Before even the pandemic hit, my mall, I went there last Christmas, and I went in there looking for a specific 2 different stores. They had both left the mall. So my mall that's near me doesn't really have anywhere I want to go in it anymore. So I don't really enjoy the mall much. I just enjoy, like, destination shopping, I guess. Amusement park or water park? My answer then, I've never been to a water park, but I would say an amusement park. You don't stand as much of a chance of seeing too much skin. It's true. If you go to a water park, you got the girls wearing the skimpy clothes around. But that's not exactly why I would still prefer an amusement park, just because I don't like walking around in wet clothing. And so I would prefer doing the different rides and activities like that, as opposed to getting wet. Although right now, the whole motion thing, not in agreement with my body at the moment, is to do the motion stuff. But still an amusement park over a water park. Sun or snow? I said, why not a snowy day with the sun shining? Again, those are such polar opposite things. I don't know how to answer that one because I love the sun, but I hate the heat. But I love the snow, but I don't like the cold. So I think my answer would still stay the same. I want snow with some sun, so it's not as freezing cold. Flowers or candy? Not only are they beautiful, they hold more value. At this point, I probably would go for the flowers, even though they die in a week or so, because I think they're beautiful and they add an aura to a room, and I just think they kind of make you feel more special. Whereas the chocolates, they may taste good for a little bit, but then they're gone, and most of the time, you just end up gaining weight. So I would still probably go for the flowers. Romance or horror? I would say romance. I do not like horror movies. I don't watch horror movies. So definitely romance. Oh dear. Here's a question that I probably didn't really know what I was talking about at the time. The question was boxers or briefs, which is, why is a girl even being asked this question? My answer then was, I'm not much into boxing, lol. And we'll just leave it at that. Coke or Pepsi? I prefer Pepsi, and I did then, so my answer has not changed on that. Four-wheelers or a dirt bike? I preferred four-wheelers back then, and I still prefer four-wheelers because the whole dirt bike thing has the insinuation you're going to go get dirty, and I don't like that. And I have been on a four-wheeler and really enjoyed that before, so definitely still the four-wheelers. Apples or oranges? I prefer an apple, and I did back then as well, because I'll give you this one little kind of embarrassing tidbit. I take after my dad in many, 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 many ways. I have rougher fingers than normal. They're very textured, so I use a lot of lotion. When I eat oranges, the juice, the citrusy juice of the oranges gets into the grooves of my skin, and I can wash my hands 4 or 5 times. I can't get that smell out of my hands, so I actually hate eating oranges. I like eating them, but I hate love-hate relationship. I love the eating part. I hate the fingers in it and the smell I can't get off my hands from it afterwards, so I stick with the apples. Vanilla or chocolate? My answer then depends on my craving, but I like vanilla I like vanilla candles though. Yum. My answer right now to that I would definitely go with chocolate. Vanilla candles are yummy, but chocolate definitely. And if I have a choice, I would go for a frozen yogurt, a chocolate vanilla swirl. Thank you very much. Haven't had one of those in forever. Dance or other music? I would say other music. Although dance music can be fun. I like music that's got a fun beat, but that's got good words and good lyrics to it. TV or radio? My answer then was TV. I don't listen to much radio. My answer is the same. I still prefer TV over it, although sometimes when you're stitching or doing crafting in general, you need something that you can just listen to and you can focus. And so I see the benefit of both. I actually had 2 siblings who did radio DJing, and so I do appreciate the whole radio scenario, but I do prefer television or movies. Is the glass half full or half empty? My answer then was, well, mine is overflowing. And I still like that answer, but I am definitely more of a glass half full kind of a person. I definitely look on the bright side. I look for the bright side, and even in a bad situation, I will literally say, well, at least we got this positive out of it. I'm definitely more of an optimist. Now we're going into favorites. Favorite color? I said green and purple before. My favorite color now would be teal, and then followed by a fuchsia and a purple. So those are still my favorite colors, pretty much. Favorite animal? I said I like baby monkeys. I do, but I would say that I really, really like cats. And I think baby monkeys are still adorable. And I think baby elephants are super sweet too. Favorite food? Chinese or Mexican was my answer before. My favorite food now, I would say, is one thing I crave the most is like fried food, like fried chicken or French fries. Fried food is something that's like my comfort food, so definitely fried food would be my favorite food. Drink. I said my favorite drinks back then was a cafe mocha and peach juice. Those are still good, but I would definitely say my favorite drinks now would be coffee. If I don't have my coffee in the morning, I feel like I missed something pretty important. So my coffee in the morning, I really love orange juice. Like, there are some days when I have zero energy, and so I've been keeping a thing of orange juice in the fridge, and I'll just drink like even just a little bit of orange juice, and it'll just help pick me up a bit. So orange juice, love orange juice. And then I really like the Pepsi throwback, the Mountain Dew throwback, or I like Sierra Mist. Sport. I said, this was my answer before, I like baseball. We have an awesome ballpark here out in the middle of the country. It's so peaceful to just sit there and enjoy the day. I'm not a big sports fan. I would say of sports I like more the gymnastic, more the figure skating, more physical things like that, rather than like baseball, football, that kind of thing. I'm not into those type of sports. I'm definitely more into like the artistic sports. Favorite movie? I answered, this is hard. I like old movies. One of my new favorites of the oldies is Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I still do like that movie. But my favorite movie now, that is so hard. How do you pick one favorite movie? And if fair to remember. There you go. Favorite cartoon? My answer then was VeggieTales. And I had the backstory of I was actually involved in being a VeggieTale character in suit. So I had kind of an affinity for that. But right now my favorite cartoon would probably be, I don't know, I think the Jetsons were really fun. And I don't know why I'm thinking Scooby-Doo. Favorite song? Back then, when I was answering this original questionnaire, my favorite song was You Are Still God by Scott Crepane. That's still a really, really good one. There are way too many. I have no idea. I start thinking about it and I just have like a gazillion songs just flash in my head. We Believe by Newsboys. Favorite band? Ooh, I said Newsboys. I'm still there. I also like the Bee Gees. Favorite candy bar? I said Twix and Kit Kat Big Crunch. I have been gluten-free for a good dozen years, and so I would say my favorite candy bar now would be, it's not a candy bar, but it's candy. I really like almond M&Ms. Favorite thing to do in the summer? I said I love just sitting outside in the backyard. It's a great way to clear my mind and get quiet. Still pretty good. But one of my favorite things to do in the summer is to go to the beach. And I have not been to the beach in a couple years, and I really, really want to go back to the beach. Hopefully we can do that soon, and all these restrictions will be lifted, and then we can go and just enjoy some time at the beach. Favorite website? I said my own and cbt.com. I don't have a website right now. I have a blog, but that's okay. And CBD is a christianbookdistributor.com. I could get all of my books and music and all kinds of things, movies, decorations, discount prices. It was really a good website. My favorite website now, I spend a lot of time on eBay, YouTube, Etsy, because I have a shop there. Favorite TV show? I said, remember, this is like 16 years ago. Sometimes I like the Waltons, if it isn't too depressing. I Love Lucy, and sometimes even Stevens. Do you remember that show? Anyone remember that show? That was such an odd show, but apparently I liked the oddity of it. My favorite TV show now, I really like watching Long Lost Family, and I like watching Dr. Pimple Popper. I'm very much into news. I watch news because I want to get information, but then I have to turn it off because then it gets too serious. It gets me all up in my head, and then I go, wait a second, okay, I gotta step aside. I gotta refocus, pray, get my head back clear. But I'd still like to be informed. I just don't like to be so informed and so bogged down by it that it puts me in a depressing mood. Favorite flower? Child's Play Rose. It's various shades of pink. That's still really, really pretty. I think right now one of my favorite flowers would be an orchid. I really like orchids, and peonies. They're very pretty as well. Favorite actor? At the time, I did not know this one, and I did not know what actress. Now, my favorite actors and actresses are the old classic, from the classic era, Cary Grant, Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, and then females, I liked Deborah Kerr, I liked Rita Hayworth, I liked, so many of them, I'm sorry, so many of those older actors that are just classic, from the classic era. Favorite cookie? I said peanut butter chocolate chip. I'm going to stick with that, although I'm going to add to that, I also like butterscotch chip cookies, and I love my molasses ginger snaps. Favorite number? 7. I think that's still pretty good. I really like the number 7. It is the number of perfection, and I like the number 7 still. Favorite day of the week? I said I'm not sure. I think now my favorite day of the week would be, I think Monday. I think Monday is my favorite day of the week now. Favorite month? I said May or August. I don't know why I said May or August. I think my favorite month now, probably May, just because it's nice and sunny, but it's not quite to the hottest part of the year. I also really love the month of November, and I don't know why, so I would say either May or November at this point. Favorite toothpaste? My answer then was Crest. I don't know. I use whatever we have available, so I don't even know. Favorite shampoo and conditioner? My answer then was Herbal Essences. It's the only stuff I found that works. My answer now is I use 3 different things. I use an Herbal Essences Honey I'm Strong, and then I use a Tresemme moisturizing shampoo, so I do 2 shampoos, and then I do a conditioner of Minoi Aura conditioner, and my hair is so much nicer when I do that. Favorite hangout? I said the park. Right now, my favorite hangout would be, I don't know. I don't really hang out anywhere. I go and do what I need to do, and then I come back home and I hang out at home. So I guess my favorite hangout would be home. Who is your ideal boy? One that's alive? Still don't know how to answer that question. What show do you want aired back on? At the time I said none, really. I would like there to be a reunion of Sue Thomas FBI, and I would like there to be a reunion of, I think they could have gone more places with Lois and Clark. Saddest movie you saw? My answer was in emotion or quality. Passion of the Christ. It's really sad, and I don't want to ever see it again. I know that it's based on a reality. I get that. It's hard to see it so close to reality. It's very hard for me to see that. That jerks at me, and I don't like seeing that. I like the end story though, but that one's a hard one for me to watch. Right, left, or ambidextrous? I said back then I'm an ambi in training. I still am slightly ambidextrous, but I am definitely primarily right-handed, which I don't know if I've explained this before. When I was younger, my mom, I thought, boy, I can do things with my left hand, and I thought it was odd. And then as I got older, I asked my mom about that, and she goes, I think one of the kids, and I think it was you, started doing things with their left hand, but I didn't know how to deal with that. So I trained you to go right-handed. And so I think that's probably why I have some left-handed tendencies. I can do a little bit of both, but I am horrible at writing with my left hand. Horrible at it. But I am slightly ambidextrous. Occupation. Favorite occupation? I don't know what my favorite occupation is. My occupation is definitely online sales and YouTuber. Dream car. My answer then, and I don't know why they asked this twice. Dream car, I said I'm not sure. I'm not a big car person. I did have a dream where I was driving a big van though. No, a big van is not my dream, okay? Favorite marriage? My answer was what? Favorite marriage? What? I guess it'll be mine when I'm married. I still don't understand this question. Favorite marriage? Favorite marriage? I have no idea, okay? No idea. How many kids do you want? I said 4. I would still love to have 4. I would love to have 2 boys and 2 girls. And then the next questions are future boy names. I said Gabriel and Nicholas. Those were the 2 names I came up with back then for boys. Right now, those aren't the names I would go with right now, although I still like Nicholas. I do, because I like that there's so many there's versatility to it. You can call him Nicholas, Nicky, Nick. I still like that, but I'm thinking more along the line of Austin, and I like some unique names. I like the name Vaughn. So then the next one is future girls' names, and my current thoughts at that time were Victoria and Alexandria. I still love those names, but my current names right now, and I'm so hesitant to even say this because I'm just so hesitant. I don't want family to see this and like take my names. I don't even want to say. I still really like those names. How about I just stick with that? Honeymoon, Hawaii or Europe? That was what I said. No, I think I'm going to stick with that for my favorite honeymoon, or you know what I want for a honeymoon. And then the question is, where will you live? I said, once I'm married, it will be a mutual agreement between my husband and myself. Have you ever been on a plane? My answer then was yes, many times. My answer has not changed. So, number 2, cried in public. My answer then, yes, but not always purposefully, okay? Yes, I will stick with the same exact answer. I have been to, I don't know how much detail I want to go into here, but I have been to ministry conferences where I have bawled my eyes out. I was so touched by the Holy Spirit. I could not cry. I was so touched by God. So real. He became so real to me in some of these meetings that just absolutely could not be avoided. Next one is, have you ever climbed a tree? I said yes. I would not dare climb a tree right now. Oh, I have no interest, and I will not do that right now. But I did climb a tree back then, yes. Have I ever fallen asleep in a movie? My answer was, oh, what? I'm sure I have. I don't usually, because usually when movies playing, I'm usually pretty into it. I'll either stop it and go back to it later on, but I don't usually fall asleep in the middle of a movie and miss it. So I'm usually pretty with it. Have you ever met a celebrity? My answer, yes. I've met John Schneider from Smallville or the Dukes of Hazzard. Have you met the president? No, but it would be cool. Same answer. And been scared to get shot? My answer then, I've never dwelled much on that thought. My answer has not changed. I'm not scared of getting shot. No, I'm not. I'm not. Have you gotten a cavity? I answered yes, but I don't have any now. Well, my answer would change to yes. I do have a couple right now that I need to get taken care of, but I can't get to a dentist, so I'm going to have to do that as quick as I can. Have I ever shopped at Abercrombie and Fitch? I said no, and I still have not. Have I ever said I love you and meant it? My answer then, absolutely every time. My answer is, again, the same. I don't say I love you without meaning it. That is a phrase that, no, I don't. I don't take those words lightly, so no. Have I ever made prank phone calls? My answer was no. I have witnessed people making some prank phone calls, and I didn't like it at the time, but I have never done that myself. No, no, no. Have I ever gone skinny dipping? No. Answer has not changed. Have I ever gone streaking? I said, what difference does it make? And no, I haven't. And again, my answer has not changed. Have I ever loved someone so much it made me cry? I said, you have no idea. And then it asked who my best friend was. I said the Holy Spirit. And that also has not changed. Do you sleep with a stuffed animal? My answer then was no, but I do snuggle my fleece blanket. I answer this, no, I do not sleep with a stuffed animal, but I do sometimes use a pillow to kind of prop up my arm because I sprained my shoulder several years ago in a car accident, and there are some nights when it is screaming at me, and so I have to give it some more support. But no stuffed animals, no. This one's awkward. Last time you showered? My answer then was December. Don't normally shower except on vacation. And that's totally true. This was like months. I said December. There was a time we did not have a shower, and so we only had showers when we went on vacation. And so thankfully we have it different now. Last time I showered was just a couple hours ago. How many buddies do you have on your list? I answered, I've lost count, and my answer now is I don't even know what list they are referring to. I just don't even know. Last CD you bought? I said It Goes Like This by Scar Crepane. The last CD I bought was what was that? What was it? It was a Michael Bublé CD, and it was Hollywood Edition. I forgot what the name of the CD is. It's just Hollywood Edition. Yeah, I think you can figure that one out. And then I said, the next question is, how long are you in the shower? My answer was, it depends. I try to not take over 20 minutes washing my hair, when I wash my hair. So that's about tops. How do you eat Reese's peanut butter cups? My answer, is this a personal question? LOL. I simply move my jaw and swallow. How do I eat them? Well, when I eat them, I usually, I don't know why, I like to eat around the edges and then eat the last bite be the center, because it's the softest. Then what do you do on the trampoline? My answer, bounce. That's what you do on a trampoline. I would love to be able to do backflips and front flips and all that kind of stuff. I haven't had a trampoline since I was like 6 or 7. I loved bouncing on that thing. I would bounce on it for hours at a time, but I haven't had a trampoline in forever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little get to know me kind of a then and now questionnaire. I actually had a lot of fun when I found that, going back through and reading that again, because I was kind of shocked by how much hasn't changed and how much I still think the same and how much I still like the same things. I thought for sure there would have been way more variance, but no, kind of shocking. If you like these kinds of quizzes, please let me know, and I'll try to do more fun things like this in the future. I hope you are having a great day. You stay safe, you stay well, and if you just want to say hi, do it. I love hearing from you. Don't forget to click like and, of course, subscribe. Until I see you next time, be well, and I will see you later.